Let's start with a simple example. Here is a Taxera workflow, which contains four operators. The first operator reads the training data from the dataset. The second operator drops some columns from the input data. The third operator encodes the columns come from the projection. And finally, the final operator train a machine learning model. And on the left-hand side, additional to operator panel, we have a special panel just for model, showing all the model produced by the workflow execution. Now let's start to run this workflow. The orange color means the operator is running. The number on the output port means the number of output tuples. The number on the input port means the number of input tuple. And once the operator turns green, meaning the operator has finished execution. And as we see, the first two operator has been finished. And now the model training operator is running. Now the whole workflow execution is finished. From the model panel, first we see the detailed metrics about this model, about its URI, the size of the model, and the number of consumer of this model. We also know the input columns and output column of this model. It's very visual and very detailed presented to user. And if you look at the workspace, on the final operator, we know exactly which operator produced this model. Now let's take a look at a more complex workflow. In this workflow, additional to train the first model, we add an operator to train a second model. Both model will be inputted into the selection operator, which selects the one with higher F1 score. And the chosen model will be inputted into the inference operator. Meanwhile, another branch of operator will load the inference data, do the same projection encoding, and then input the data to the inference operator to let the data be inferenced by the model. Now, let's run this workflow. Now the workflow is running. For demonstration purpose and time limit, I will skip the intermediate execution part and directly jump into the stage where the execution is finished. Great, the execution is finished. Now let's take a look at this model shell. Since we trained two models, we see two models information in this tab. Additional to the size information and the number of consumer, we see some machine learning metrics like F1 score and the inference speed. We also see which operator produced this model. And because the model 2 has the higher F1 score, it's being produced by train model 2 operator and then being consumed by the inference operator. And because model 1 has lower F1 score, although it's being produced, but no one has consumed the model 1. Additional to the detailed information about each model, we can also see the data lineage through this result tab. Here is the result of the inference operator. If we hover our cursor on the column, we see an orange edge, which indicates this column is being calculated by the result of the train model 2 operator, which is model 2. This gives user a very clear picture on how each column of the result is being calculated in this complex pipeline.